the noise, navigating our daily lives. The heroes of our history are literally under our feet. A walk through history is just 45 minutes from Charlotte. Shadows of a showdown. Fire. Remnants of redcoats and revolution.
General Cornwallis's planned invasion of North Carolina would be a three-pronged assault. On the left, Major Patrick Ferguson led his loyalist force across the border into western North Carolina. Ferguson unaccountably decided to make a stand on a hill grandly named Kings Mountain.
Thomas Jefferson called the battle the turn of the tide of success in the Revolutionary War. Fighting that day in place of the Rowan County man who owned him, Ishmael Titus.
Ishmael Titus is our oldest known ancestor, born in 1746, and he was actually a twin.
Solomon Titus Taylor says he learned of his lineage to this legend through his grandfather.
So he actually left me some names, and I guess you would say those breadcrumbs. And then 12 years after my grandfather had passed away, I started tracing those breadcrumbs.
Born in Virginia into slavery, Ishmael Titus first served as a boy alongside his master for General Edward Braddock in his famous defeat.
That he was a 10-year-old boy when General Edward Braddock went off to fight against the French and the Indians. And then at 13 years old, he sold away from his parents. And now the Revolutionary War is breaking out. Instead of Lawrence Ross going to fight against the British, he sent his slave to fight in his place, told that he was going to be set free after the war, and then come to find out he had to run away in order to survive, going back into slavery to his slaveholder.
Titus fought here, but you won't see his name on this plaque at the battlefield. Not enough documentation, a problem that plagued many enslaved patriots throughout their lives.
He fought for a pension and was denied that pension, and then died as a poor man in the William, Massachusetts area. We want to bring his story back to life.
After Kings Mountain.
Stories like Titus's were recently brought back to life by Ken Burns in his documentary American Revolution.
Cornwallis would himself lead the bulk of his army toward the tiny town of Charlotte, then just a crossroads and a courthouse.
Today, Charlotte is a chaotic crossroads, but it does pay homage to its history with the Liberty Walk. 19 markers, starting with this one. The second one is Ishmael Titus's, which honors at least 5,000 free and enslaved African Americans who fought in both the Continental and British armies.
On the battlegrounds of Kings Mountain, fighting in Guilford Courthouse, captured by the British Tories and taken to the base of the Allegheny Mountains.
Titus was about 110 years old when he died in 1855, but his fight continues to this day.
Solomon, I have to imagine that you must have an immense sense of pride in what he did.
Absolutely, and especially being a military man myself. He took the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to court in 1832, and you told him that he didn't have enough documents to fight for a pension. We want to bring you the documents, so whatever you do with that, that's on you. However, you will recognize him for what he was as a Revolutionary War hero.
A hero hidden in plain sight. Evan Donovan, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.